change my background real quick while we do this.
I'm sorry, Jeremy.
Patriots at Bills. We have
I'll take solace in this.
Zappy and Josh Allen. Josh Allen gets the 24th best matchup, 26th best for Zappy. Allen at 4, Zappy at 29. Any questions?
No. I saw the last couple of weeks, I think since their bye or what it is, like Allen struggled. Like he has not been the same level. Obviously, he's producing fantasy points, and I can't take it seriously with Mahomes. But like he's definitely not the same quarterback he was. He has struggled. He's a god at fantasy points. That's what he does. So like even when he doesn't play well, he gives you fantasy points. But overall, his play has regressed this year. So I'm curious to see what happens moving forward in the playoffs because he's Josh Allen. You got to trust him. But overall, against this New England defense, I do worry. There's like he's turned it over in 15 straight games. I would not be shocked to see him turn it over in this game again as well.
It's who are we talking about turning over? Allen or Zappy? It's got to be Zappy.
Well, I mean both, honestly, but like Allen's the only guy that I really care about the two.
Oh yeah, no, you can't play Zappy at all. But is New England going to try to win this game? Maybe. Like, what are we doing here? Backup quarterback, backup running back, 4 wins on the season, no wide receiver to speak of. Hunter Henry's injured. Gesicki's catching touchdowns last week. Like, it's just stupid. So, yeah, sit Zappy, and hopefully they draft a quarterback with a high draft pick next year. That's the only thing we got going for.
You said no quarterback, no running back, no wide receiver, no tight end. To be fair, that's how they went into the season. This isn't injuries. This is their own fault. They haven't lost anyone. I mean, Ramondre's out.
Ramondre, yeah.
When your biggest loss is Ramondre Stevenson, you got nobody to blame but yourself.
Hey, don't be talking about Ramondre Stevenson like that. My man is Dudley.
My boy Zeke is getting the target king. 11 targets last week. Oh, don't sleep on the old man.
Yeah, he's got Ramondre level work coming.
Exactly right.
We got 15th and 16th best matchup for the running backs. James Cook is my 9.
Yep.
Zeke is going to be my 18. What do you guys think here?
Yeah, I have Cook right there, and I have Elliott on 13, so precipice of RB1. Like, he's getting the volume, you trust it. Buffalo's defense can be treacherous at times, and sometimes they allow points to the running back. So it's really hit or miss with Buffalo's defense. But overall, I'm trusting the volume play of both these guys. Cook just shat the bed last week, and he killed a lot of my teams. But I'm going back to him because they've really made him a focal point of that offense. So, yeah, James Cook and Zeke, I'm fired both up.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you said, except it's just so hard. You're going to do it anyway, but it's so hard to trust James Cook after what happened last week. Leonard Fournette in there, his role is likely to grow just as they ramp up for the playoffs, just because they need a second body in there. And Latavius Murray is not playing, right? So Fournette for me is the biggest concern to Cook's workload, and they were giving him the ball on the goal line, which you just hate to see for James Cook.
So you didn't really agree with everything he said then. It was kind of like, I agree with everything you said except fuck you.
No, about Zeke and everything with Cook, like you're firing Cook up. You got to play him. But,
I agree with everything you say, and then goes on to list 12 things he disagrees with.
Well, Leonard Fournette is the biggest problem, right? Like, you just what do you do? What do? You can't play Fournette, but you can't confidently expect Cook to be an RB1, and that's the biggest issue. You still got to play him, but.
He basically just did what Latavius Murray was doing earlier. He just took that role and just siphoned it away. He said, "Hey, guess what? I'm better than you. So see you later." So yeah, I'm with you. It just limits him a little bit.
Yeah, except they didn't trust Latavius, and they're gonna have to trust Fournette, right? They're gonna have to grow his role. So hopefully that starts next week and not this week.
I like how Sleeper doesn't even have Fournette listed.
I know. I tried looking for him to see what the snaps
were. Is he injured? I was like, nope. Okay, all right, whatever.
I did that once. It was last year. When there was rumors that Drew Brees on his podcast said something about potentially returning. And I looked and I wanted to add him in my Dynasty League where there's 900 bench spots, and I wanted to add him, and they didn't have it. So I DM'd the account on Sleeper to add him, and he was added back like an hour later, and I was like, oops, still perfect.
Yeah.
He didn't end up coming back on the Sleeper.
Fournette, 18% snaps, 5 carries. So.
Yep. They'll show Artie's carries, yep.
Wide receivers, 13th best matchup for the Bills, 24th best matchup for the Patriots. Stephon Diggs is the lowest I've had him in probably 3 years. He is wide receiver 13 and scary as shit. My opponent in my work league has his lineup this week is the scariest thing I've ever seen. It's got like 5 wide receivers that should be legit bona fide Hall of Famers and should absolutely, and Mahomes at the quarterback. This lineup could put up 300 points this week, or they could keep playing the way they've been playing and put up 50 points this week.
I got a team like that.
The scariest thing I've ever seen, where it's like on paper, these guys should annihilate me, but they're all bad matchups. They're all struggling. It's like a name on paper, but so, like I said, I've got Diggs at his lowest of the season, 13. Demario Douglas is going to be like 30, 39. Gabe Davis is right after him at 40. 40. This whole thing's ugly.
Like, I don't expect them to have to pass a lot. So this also is like that on top of the issues with Diggs. Like, this is what worries me about Diggs. Since the bye week, he has not been a focal point of that offense. He's still seeing some targets, but it just has not been good the way they're using him. So, like last week was one of my first week where I had the red flags kind of popping up. This week, I'm definitely terrified. So I don't think he's a must start. You are playing him, obviously, because he's Stephon Diggs and he could bull up. So, he could put up 30 points for you. But realistically, like, I have him in that wide receiver 2 range, and I do have worries about him, especially in this matchup. Like, how many times are they going to need to pass? Like, they could get up early and they can just kind of just take it easy like they did against the Cowboys a couple weeks ago. So, like that could be in the range of outcomes.
Yeah, it could be a Leonard Fournette game.
Baby. Uncle Lenny, let's go.
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, Diggs, you're concerned, but like you said, you got to start him pop in a pinch. Otherwise, no.
Yep.
Tight end, second worst matchup for the Bills, 7th worst matchup for the Patriots. I don't want any part of this. Kincaid has been slowly dropping down my rankings because, sadly, Dawson Knox. He is 14 for me right now. I have Henry at, down there, 27 or something. I don't really want any part of these guys. The kickers, 21st best matchup for Chad Ryland, 14th best for Bass. Bass I'm playing as my 7. Ryland is second last on my list, so avoid him. The DSTs, Bills, 5th best matchup. Patriots, 3rd worst matchup. The Bills are my DST 3. The Patriots are lower somewhere. I don't know where the Patriots are. I can't read. 19, there we go. So if you're going to start anyone, start Bills, avoid Patriots. I think that's kind of the theme of the game here in general. How about you guys?
Yeah, just don't play Kincaid. His role's been awful the last 3 weeks. Like, find someone else. Go get Johnny Smith. I'd even do Cade Otton. Like, I'd played so many players over Kincaid this week. You can't trust him. Like, it's just not used.
Yeah. Just one note on the Bills D, like Bailey Zappi is not turning the ball over much. So it's just something to consider. I don't think they're a smash. They still run the ball a ton. He checks down a ton. So I don't think the Bills are a lock. Denver should have been a lock against them last week and crap the bed on defense. So.
Agreed. All right. 2 games left, and I mercifully have to pick one of them.